As always, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and making Wizard's Rest a part of your day as always. I always appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot. And by the way, you guys have been killing it with the engagement on the channel recently. I really do appreciate everyone who's come to the channel, viewed the content, left a comment. It really does mean a lot, guys. I really do appreciate that. But anyway, we've got loads of fun different posts, again, to jump into while we're waiting for the HBO series leaks to come online. Unfortunately, there haven't been any in the last few days. Hopefully, we get some in the next few days or the next week or so. But while we're waiting for those next bunch of pictures, videos, or details for the HBO series, we've got some fun content, like I say, to kind of plug on the channel here. So let's dive straight into it and let's see what's going on in the Wizarding world. Okay, so up first, this comes to us from Harry Potter News. Screening of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets with live orchestra. So this took place at Edinburgh Castle. Trust me, guys, I used to live in Scotland for a few months when I was backpacking, and Edinburgh Castle is such a stunningly beautiful place. I lived at this backpackers that was literally across the street from Edinburgh Castle, this location. I'll show you guys in just a sec. But yeah, we have this video here. So on the caption it says, "You look happier. Thanks, I watched Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in front of Edinburgh Castle with a live orchestra." That sounds incredible. Spectacular scenery, a live crowd, I should say. An orchestra playing the music. I mean, that would be such an incredible experience. I'm so jealous that I couldn't go to it. But let me just play the clip. Unfortunately, I have to mute it because there's probably going to be Harry Potter music and it's copyright and I can't play it on the channel. But let's check out the video regardless. So you can see there, we've got the crowd, we've got the orchestra at the front, we've got the big cinematic screen, the castle, it's got the flaming torches across the top. Looks very reminiscent of some of the scenes of Hogwarts, having that giant castle in the background, so really adding to the feels of what's going on. But yeah, let me show you guys this quickly. So this is Edinburgh Castle. So that place we were just looking at, the cinematic screen was up there, other side of this wall with the orchestra and the crowd and watching the film. That's the castle there in the background with the flaming torches. And this is where I used to live. There. That's where I used to live, literally across the road from the castle. There's a backpackers right here. And when I'd finished traveling abroad, I decided to come back to Scotland and tour Scotland for a month or so. And I decided to stay in this backpackers here. And literally, my bedroom window was like right here, where my mouse is. And I could see the castle at nighttime. And it was the most spectacular, stunning view of the castle at night. When you have the moonlight behind the castle, holy crap, man. It looked like something out of a film, and it was spectacular. But anyway, that's me going on a personal kind of rant there, so do forgive me. But I just kind of wanted to give a bit of a personal touch to that story there. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Is that something you would find interesting to attend? And just give me your thoughts about that orchestra there in front of Edinburgh Castle. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Okay, moving on. We have from Daily Harry Potter, our favourite pop-up book. So I came across this clip and I thought this was really spectacular. I would love to get my hands on this. It looks really cool. So it's like a 3D pop-up illustrated version of one of the Harry Potter books. Let's check this out. Again, I've had to mute it, so I do apologize. But yeah, I mean, look at this. It's so fun. So many interactive elements within this book. Things that move, things that pop out, things that change. Really, really spectacular. This is something that would be a great gift to give a young person in your family if you're trying to get them into the Harry Potter franchise. Really interactive, something that's going to retain their interest, something that's going to keep them going throughout the book. Colourful, vibrant, just really fun with all these different elements, like I say. But look at that, really, really great stuff. I love that letter there that pops out of the lamp. That's really cool. You've got the Hogwarts letter there, which is fun. You've got King's Cross Station with the Hogwarts Express appearing. Scabbers. Yeah, just really, really fun, really fun book there. And I would love to know what you guys think about that. Is that something you guys would be interested in owning, or do you think this is more for a younger demographic? Whatever your thoughts are, just let me know, guys. And I thought it was interesting, so I thought I would just show you guys in case any of you may be interested in it. So we have this one here. I lied about my age to play Harry Potter's Moaning Myrtle. So I came across this morning, and I thought this was quite interesting. For some of those who may not know the story, the backdrop to the Moaning Myrtle character and how the actress was cast here. So Harry Potter star Shirley Henderson has revealed how she managed to snag the role of a 14-year-old ghost in Harry Potter despite being 37. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty crazy. An almost 40-year-old woman managed to snag the role of a 14-year-old schoolgirl. I mean, that is pretty crazy. The actor, now 59, is perhaps best known for her performance as Moaning Myrtle, a role she stepped into in 2002. The character is a Hogwarts student ghost who was killed at the school and continued to haunt the girls' toilets long after her death. While the character may have just been 14 when she was killed, Shirley was in her late 30s when she auditioned for the role in the Chamber of Secrets. She revealed her technique was to lie, or at least lie by omission. The casting director said, "Go for it, and don't mention your age," she revealed in an interview with The Independent. So, lie by omission basically means you don't outright lie if someone... basically, an outright lie. If someone asks you a question and you're deceptive, that's an outright lie. But lie by omission is basically when people assume something about you and you don't correct them. You go along with it without correcting them. You're kind of lying by omission. You're kind of acting as part of the narrative as to what someone thinks you are. So imagine if I met someone and someone thought I was 18 years old and I kind of went along with that. I didn't actually correct them, but I didn't lie and confirm I was 18. I just went along with being 18, even though I'm not. Like, it's kind of lie by omission. You're not outright lying, but you're not correcting the situation either. That's basically kind of what was going on. So, she revealed that her technique was to lie by omission. We already read that bit. The actress has always looked younger than her years. As many people didn't recognize her as a 37-year-old, she managed to get away with it. And there she is, Moaning Myrtle. Fantastic role. I actually really enjoyed that character. She added that, even after the film came out, she wasn't at all recognised in public, with her fame remaining manageable despite the huge franchise. "I don't think anyone recognised me at all," she admitted. Speaking to the Radio Times last week, the star confessed to being very unfamiliar with Harry Potter when she signed on to the film. I'm sure a lot of actors were like that, because obviously before the first film came out, it was a book, but there's probably a lot of people that were very unfamiliar with what Harry Potter was. It was nowhere near as big as it was after those films started coming out. When I was first asked for the audition, I didn't know who Harry Potter was, but my sister, who was staying with me, had read the books. Still, I wasn't convinced I could play a 14-year-old girl because I was in my 30s at the time, but I spoke to the casting director, Karen Lindsay Stewart, and she said, "I haven't told them your age." Yeah, so basically, her age hadn't been discussed, and she kind of just went along with it. She didn't tell anyone what her age was, but she didn't outright lie at the same time. She kind of just went along with it and ended up getting the part, which is pretty good. So I went to the audition dressed as a schoolgirl, white skirt, black skirt, ponytail, thinking this is ridiculous. I did my wee bit for them, and they thanked me. Months went by, and I thought that was it. But then they phoned my agent, asked to see me again, and offered me the part. So there you go. I mean, it's kind of crazy, though. You would think at least one person would have said, "How old are you?" Or you would have had to, you know, sign a form with your information and write your age on it. And surely the casting director or some executive over at Warner Brothers would have seen her age written on a document somewhere. So the story's kind of a little bit weird to me. But I mean, the fact that no one asked her age, they just went along with this woman auditioning as a schoolgirl without even kind of asking her age, like, it's kind of strange. Everyone assumed she was younger than she was, and she kind of just played along with it, and she got the role. And I mean, fair play. Sometimes in life, man, you got to do those kind of things. If you want to get the big roles, if you want to get the opportunities, you got to play the hand that you're dealt. And she ended up getting the role, and the rest is history. So, you know, fair play to her. You know, I give her I give her her dues, I guess. Okay, so let's move on to our last topic. This is kind of crazy. I came across this and I was like, what? And I thought you guys would really find this story interesting. So, move over Harry Potter. Cloaks of invisibility could soon be within reach of mere mortals. So, invisibility cloaks may become a real thing in the near future. I mean, absolutely just insane stuff. An invisibility cloak. Man, like, what is the world even coming to now? That people could walk around with an invisibility cloak. It's kind of scary. Stuff of pure fantasy. Experts argue it might not be a question of if invisibility cloaks will be a reality, but when. Yeah, again, so, you know, if an invisibility cloak fell into the hands of the wrong person, or wrong group of people, they could do some pretty nefarious stuff. And there's some, you know, pretty sketchy things that people would be doing with this technology. And it kind of scares me to think about, to be honest. But anyway, there's a picture of Harry Potter there with the invisibility cloak. A nice picture there. Okay, let's keep going down and get into this information. So science and fiction has always had a chicken and egg relationship. It's hard to tell which one informs the other. Take invisibility, a fantastical notion brought into popular culture first by H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man, and later, of course, most famously, with Harry Potter's Invisibility Cloak. Now experts say the technology to provide invisibility is not as far away as we might think. Yeah, I mean, personally, if they do invent this stuff, I hope it doesn't become a public product, because all kinds of chaos would ensue with this kind of technology getting into public hands. Professor Yang Hao, or Yang Ho, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, an electronic engineer from Queen Mary University of London and fellow of the Royal Academy of Engineering, is an expert in the field of metamaterials, the technology which he believes will make the invisibility cloak feasible. Metamaterials are a man-made compound created through nanotechnology. Due to the tiny artificial structures these materials are composed of, scientists can control the exact physical properties of them to an unprecedented degree, allowing them to behave in strange, unnatural ways. You have to think as well, as AI is on the increase year by year, AI is beginning to take over a lot of different industries now. Once someone plugs this research into AI and AI comes up with new materials to generate an invisibility cloak, I mean, it's going to get done even quicker and to a better extent and become more efficient. So yeah, AI is definitely going to play into this kind of technology. All objects either absorb or reflect light waves, and this is how we perceive them with the naked eye. An object cover in Howe's theoretical for now cloak, made of these complex metamaterials composed of tiny corrugated structures, aims to neither absorb nor reflect the light, but instead bend the light waves around the object itself. This might sound a bit far-fetched, but when thought about with other wavelengths on the electromagnetic spectrum, seems more achievable. And you can see them there kind of working on that material. Cloaking from longer wavelengths, such as radar, which operates through microwaves, is already relatively easy. The difficulty with light is that the wavelength is much shorter, so it requires billions of very fine pixels on a nanoscale. Unfortunately, these materials are incredibly difficult to create, though AI is making the process faster. How did I know that AI was going to be encompassed here somewhere? I knew it. I knew that AI was going to be in this story somewhere. So let's just go down here quickly. So beyond optical invisibility, Howe is excited for the potential for computing and its technology could provide, just as fiber optics transformed broadband by allowing information to be transmitted as light rather than electricity. His materials could enable microchips to use these photons instead of electrons to move and process data. This could massively reduce the amount of energy used by microchips, blah, blah, blah. And there's basically a picture there of what the invisibility cloak in real life could look like. So you've got all these nanostructures and they're going to use light, and it's going to kind of manipulate the light to make the light kind of go around the object to make it look like it's not there. So how trippy would that be if you saw someone walking down the street with an invisibility jacket and you could kind of see their legs and you could see their head kind of inside the jacket, but the rest of their body, the top half of their body was disappeared because of the jacket they're wearing? It would be so trippy. So with interest from military and tech companies, of course, man, if they invent a invisibility cloak, the first thing that's going to happen with it is going to become a military application. Of course it is. So guys, I'll kind of leave it there, but you can get the gist of this story. AI is going to be making all kinds of crazy technology, and it looks like the invisibility cloak is one of those things on the agenda. So I'll link this article in the description if you want to read the rest of it for yourself. But yeah, pretty insane story that, you know, fiction becomes reality, and just kind of a scary notion at best as well. So with all that down, guys, thank you so much for being here as always. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much for being here, making this part of your day. I always appreciate that. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section. I'll get back to your comments as soon as I can. I always love engaging with you guys in the comment section. You always have the best insights and thoughts about these stories, so I really do appreciate that. And before you leave, make sure you hit the like button. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel if you haven't done so far. But most importantly, hit the notification button so you get notified every time we do an upload here on the channel. And with the new leaks coming out, hopefully in the next few days or weeks with the HBO series, you don't want to miss any of that exciting content. And with all that down, I will see you, as always, in the very next video.